Question number 16. Aslam Chacha got 1 lakh rupees when he retired from his service. He deposited some of the money in the bank and rest of his money in the post office and got 5,400 in total per year as interest. The rates of simple interest in the bank and in the post office are 5% and 6% respectively. Calculate money deposited in bank and post office. Let's understand the question first. So question के दिएको छ भन्दा असलम चाचाकोमा 1 लाख रुपैयाँ छ and he deposits that 1 lakh, okay, some amount of that 1 lakh in bank अनि उब्रेको पैसा उसले deposit गर्छ post office मा. Bank is giving him a rate of 5% per annum and post office is giving him rate of 6% per annum. After 1 year त्यो bank मा deposit गरेको पैसा, okay, 1 lakh मध्ये certain amount त्यसमा interest लागेर you will get some interest on that. And the remaining amount जुन चाहिँ post office मा deposit गरेको थियो at the rate of 6% per annum, after 1 year he will get some interest in that amount also. So when you club this interest together, you interest र यो interest आको जोड्यो भने you will get it as 5,400. Okay, the question is कति कति principal or sum bank मा deposit गरेको थियो 1 लाख मध्ये अनि उब्रेको कति पैसा चाहिँ post office मा deposit गरेको थियो, that we need to find out. So this question we can do it in two ways. One is the detailed approach and another is the shortcut. So let's do the detailed approach. This is the detailed approach. Bank र post office मा कति पैसा deposit गरेको थियो 1 लाख मा, I don't know. So I assume that let X be the money deposited in the bank. So X is the principal for the bank, rate is 5% per annum, so interest will be 5% of X, that is for 1 year, after 1 year. So this comes from the formula PRT over 100 where principal is X, rate is 5 and T is 1 year. Okay, I have not written 1 over here. If X money is deposited in the bank, then the remaining money, which is 1 lakh minus X, that is deposited in the post office at the rate of 6% per annum is the interest rate given by the post office. So 1 वर्ष बाद interest कति हुन्छ 6 into this amount of money, this is rate and this is, okay, time is 1 year, this is 100. So in this much is the interest 1 वर्ष बाद पाएको post office बाट, okay, for this amount of money, and this is the interest which we get from the bank after 1 year on the money deposited, which is X, and according to question your interest plus your interest will be 5,400. Now you can solve this. You can take 100 denominator common, so this will become 5x plus 6 lakh minus 6x into 5,400 into 100. Now this will be minus of x and this will be minus 60,000. Okay, minus and minus gets cancelled and x is 60,000 rupees. So the amount that is deposited in the bank, that is 60,000 rupees. And what is the amount deposited in the post office? That is 1 lakh minus 60,000, which will be 40,000. Now let's see the shortcut method. Let us say that 1 lakh उले bank र post office मा नगरेर सबै पैसा bank मा नै deposit गरे अरे. So if he does that, so what will be the interest after 1 year? That will be 5% of 1 lakh, and 5% of 1 lakh is 5,000 rupees. So 1 lakh सबै बैंक मा नै deposit गरे भने interest आउँछ 5,000 रुपैयाँ, but actual मा question मा interest कति आउँछ 5,400 रुपैयाँ. So 400 रुपैयाँ ज्यादा आउँछ, extra 400 रुपैयाँ. Okay, so यो extra 400 रुपैयाँ कहाँबाट आएको? Because यो post office मा नि deposit गरेको छ अनि rate of interest is 1% more in post office. So 1% of money deposited in post office corresponds to 400. So what is 100% of money full? That will be 400 into 100, that is 40,000. So the amount of money that is deposited in post office is 40,000. So 1 lakh मा 40,000 post office मा deposit गरे भने remaining 60,000 is deposited in the bank. So this will be 60,000 rupees. Question number 17. Rekha Didi deposited 10,000 of a savings in two different banks at the same time. The rate of simple interest per annum is 6% in one bank and 7% in other bank. After 2 years, if she gets 1280 rupees in total as interest, calculate the money deposited separately in each of two banks. Question number 17 पनि question number 16 जस्तै छ, but there is a one difference that question number 16 मा 1 वर्ष बादको इन्ट्रेस्ट दिएको थियो, whereas यहाँनिर टोटल इन्ट्रेस्ट 2 वर्ष बादको दिएको छ. Okay, so I will solve this question in two different ways. First मा के देख्छ, we have been given bank 1 and we have been given another bank 2, and rate of interest bank 1 को छ 6% per annum, bank 2 को 7% per annum. रेखा दिदी has 10,000 rupees. Okay, यसमा कति अमाउन्ट bank 1 मा डिपोजिट गर्छ अनि उब्रेको अमाउन्ट bank 2 मा डिपोजिट गरेर इन्ट्रेस्ट पाएर त्यो इन्ट्रेस्टको सम इट्स गिभन एज 1280. That is for 2 years. So for 1 वर्षको लागि इन्ट्रेस्ट कति हुन्छ, it will be 1280 divided by 2. Half of 1280 is 640 rupees. So this is the interest for after 1 year. So suppose रेखा दिदीले यो ब्याङ्कमा डिपोजिट नगरेर सबै यो 10,000 ब्याङ्क 1 जसले चाहिँ 6% पर एनमको रेटले इन्ट्रेस्ट दिँदैछ यसमा डिपोजिट गरे भने what will be the interest? So the interest after 1 year will be 6% of 10,000 rupees. 6% of 10,000 rupees. So 6 by 100 into 10,000. So 0 will get cancelled. It will be 600 rupees. So जब रेखा दिदीले 10,000 रुपियाँ बैंक 1 मा नै डिपोजिट गर्छ सबै अमाउन्ट बैंक 2 मा नगरेर, त्यति बेला इन्ट्रेस्ट आफ्टर 1 year will be 600 rupees. But actual मा कति आएको छ आफ्टर 1 year को इन्ट्रेस्ट 640 rupees. So यो 40 rupees ज्यादा आएको छ, एक्स्ट्रा आएको छ. Why? Because बैंक 2 मा 1% ज्यादा छ इन्ट्रेस्ट रेट 7. So this 1% of money deposited in bank 2 corresponds to 40 rupees. What is 100% of money? 100% of money भनेको full money that is deposited in bank 2 जति deposit गर्नु थियो. So that corresponds to 40 into, you have to multiply by 100. So that will be 4,000 rupees. So out of 10,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees bank 2 मा deposit गर्यो. So what is the money deposited in bank 1? So 4,000 त यहाँ गरिहाल्यो. So 10,000 minus 4,000, that is 6,000 rupees. That is deposited in bank 1. The same question can be done using variable. This is a bank 1 and we have a bank 2. So let X be the money which is deposited in bank 1. Bank 1 को लागि principal हुन्छ X. Rate is given as 6% per annum and let's take time as 1 year. So 1 वर्ष बाद interest, that is simple interest, will be 6% of the money deposited. Bank 2 मा, bank 1 मा X deposit गरिहाल्यो भने bank 2 मा 10,000 minus X will be the amount deposited. 10,000 मा X घटायो भने यति त bank 2 मा deposit गरिएको. Rate of interest is 7%. Time is 1 year. So the simple interest in this case will be 7% of the money deposited in the bank 2. That is 10,000 minus X. Now if I add this will become 6x over 100 plus 7 into 10,000 minus x over 100. That will be equal to 640 because 1280 rupees it is for 2 years. For 1 year it will be this many divided 1280 divided by 2, that is 640 rupees. So when we solve this, it will come as 6x minus 7x plus 70,000 will be equal to 64000, that is 64,000. So minus of x will be equal to minus of 6,000. So minus and minus will get cancelled and x will be equal to 6,000. So the amount that is deposited in bank 1, that is 6,000. 10,000 मा 6,000 यहाँ deposit गर्यो, 10,000 मा minus 6,000 4,000 will be the amount that is deposited in bank 2. Question number 18. A bank gives 5% simple interest per annum. So this is the rate. In that bank, Dipu Babu deposits 15,000 rupees at the beginning of the year, but withdraws 3,000 after 3 months. And then again, after 3 months, he deposits 8,000 rupees. Now let us determine the amount, that is principal plus interest, that Dipu Babu will get at the end of the year, after 1 year. So question में के देख्छ भन्दा पहिला इनिशियली 15,000 रुपैयाँ ब्याङ्कमा डेपोजिट गरेको छ, ओके। अनि गर्दा गर्दै 3 महिना बितेर त्यो 15,000 बाट 3,000 he will take out, निकाल्यो, he will withdraw, ओके। अब त्यहाँनिर रह्यो 15,000 minus 3,000, that is 12,000 rupees. अब त्यो 12,000 rupees that is there for next 3 months. Again after this 3 months he deposits 8,000 rupees. Now the money will be 20,000 rupees. And in 1 year 6 months त गइसक्यो, 3 plus 3, अब रह्यो 6 months. So that 20,000 will be there in the bank for 6 months. So you have to find what is the amount, that is principal, at the end of the year. So this will be the principal and you have to find out the interest. So 15,000 ब्याङ्कमा 3 महिनाको लागि छ. What will be the interest? Interest त यहाँ आउँछ, ओके, यो 15,000 मा. So that interest will be PRT over 100. What is the principal? That is 15,000. Rate is 5 and time 3 months भनेको it's a 1/4 of a year. So 12 months is equivalent to 1 year. 1 month will be equivalent to 1 by 12 year. So 3 months will be equivalent to 1 by 12 into 3. That is 1/4 of a year. So this will be by 4 into 100. The interest in this case will be PRT over 100. This is the principal, 12,000 in this case, into R into time. Time is 1/4 of a year. This is the interest, and here interest will be 20,000 into 5 rate into time period is half year, so 6 months. So when you add all this together, you will get interest. Cancel these 2 zeros, cancel this 2 zeros. 430 times is 120. Cancel these 2 zeros. 200 times is 200. So this will come as 5 into 100, 500, 5 into 30, 150 plus 5 into this by 4. It will come as around 187.50. When you add this, you will get 837.50. This is the interest. This is the interest or extra money, you can say. Now I have to find amount. Amount is principal plus interest. Now what is the principal? Is this 15,000 or 12,000 or 20,000? Ultimately, यो सबै 15 deposit withdrawal गरेर ultimately I have got 20,000 with me. So that becomes the principal. And लागेको interest, extra money, that is 837.50. Question number 19. Rahmat Chacha takes a loan amount of 2,40,000 from a bank for constructing a building at the rate of simple interest of 12% per annum. After 1 year of taking the loan, he rents the house at the rate of 5,200 per month. Let us determine the number of years he would take to repay his loan along with interest from the income of that house rent. So question ma, it's saying that त्यहाँनिर एउटा पर्सन छ नेम रहमत चाचा, उसले ब्याङ्कबाट 2,40,000 रुपियाँ उसले लोन लियो एट द रेट अफ 12% पर एनम बिल्डिङ बनाउनको लागि. लोन लिएको 1 वर्ष बाद उसले घरलाई रेन्टमा दियो, ओके, उसको घरलाई. सो मन्थली रेन्ट रहेछ 5,200 रुपियाँ, ओके. अब यो घरको रेन्ट उठाएको पैसाले मात्रै यो ब्याङ्कको लोन पे गर्नुको लागि हो भने रहमत चाचालाई कति वर्ष लाग्छ? लोन अलोङ विथ इन्ट्रेस्ट पे गर्नुको लागि हो भने कति वर्ष रहमत चाचालाई लाग्छ? ओके, सो लेट अस से आफ्टर x years द अमाउन्ट इज पेड. रहमत चाचाले पे गर्यो त्यो अमाउन्ट आफ्टर x years. सो x years भित्रमा 2,40,000 मा at the rate of 12% per annum कति इन्ट्रेस्ट लाग्छ? that we need to find out first. So interest will be PRT over 100, that is 2,40,000 into 12 into x, time is x over 100. So when you solve this, this will come as around 28800x. यो त यो in rupees in interest. Okay, यो त interest लागेको after x years. अनि रहमत चाचाले कति पे गर्नु पर्यो? that is the amount. So 2,40,000 त उसले ब्याङ्कबाट लियो, त्यो त ब्याङ्कको पैसा उसले पे गर्नै पर्यो त्यो, प्लस त्यसमा इन्ट्रेस्ट पनि लागेको छ एट 12% पर एनमको दरले फर x years. सो इन्ट्रेस्ट लागेको 28800x. सो दिस इज द अमाउन्ट इन रुपिस द्याट रहमत चाचा हेज टु पे. ओके, अब यो पैसा कहाँबाट आउँछ? इन द क्वेसन इट इज सेड द्याट यो पैसा टोटल्ली हाउस रेन्टबाट नै आउँछ. ओके, सो हाउस रेन्ट कति वर्षको लागि उठाइयो? सो हि बोरोड मनी फर x years को लागि मनी बोरो गर्यो. आफ्टर बोरो गरेको लोन लिएको 1 वर्ष बाद आफ्टर 1 year हाउसलाई उसले रेन्टमा दियो. ओके, सो दिस इज x minus 1 years. सो हाउसलाई टोटल उसले x minus 1 years को लागि रेन्टमा दियो. ओके, सो 1 वर्षमा मन्थली रेन्ट घरको 5200 हो. एनुअल रेन्ट 1 वर्षमा रेन्ट कति उठ्छ? 5200 into 12 months, because in 1 year we have 12 months. So this is for 1 year. 1 वर्षमा यति पैसा उठ्छ भनेपछि x minus 1 year मा कति पैसा उठ्छ? x minus 1 into 5200 into 12, यति पैसा चाहिँ उठ्छ x minus 1 years मा. एन्ड जति पैसा उठ्यो यो that will be बराबर this amount. यो अमाउन्ट कहाँबाट पे गरेको? यही पैसाबाट पे गरेको. So this and this will be equal. So when you equate this amount with this amount, so you have to find now x, that is the time after which the loan was paid. Now this is the amount that needs to be paid to the bank, and this is the amount that house rent collects. So 2,40,000 plus this equals to this. When you multiply this, you'll get this as 62,400 rupees. You have to multiply with x, 62,400x minus this one. So अब x यहाँ छ, x यहाँ छ, x भएकोलाई एकपट्टि. So यसमा यो प्लस 28,800x इक्वेसन को यो इक्वल्स टू को अर्कोपट्टि आउँदाखेरि that will become minus, and यो minus 62,400 यतापट्टि जाँदाखेरि it will be plus. So when you add this will be 33600. Sorry, this will be 302,400, and when you subtract this and this it will become 33600. Okay, both sides of the equation यता उता गर्दा केही हुँदैन. Now this 2 zeros and this 2 zeros will get cancelled. X will become 3024 divided by 336. So 336 9 times is 3024. So X will come as 9 years. Question number 20. Rotin Babu deposits the money for each of his 2 daughters in such a way that when the ages of each of his daughter will be 18 years, each one will get 1,20,000 rupees. The rate of simple interest per annum in the bank is 10%, and the present ages of his daughter are 13 years and 8 years respectively. Let us determine the money he had deposited separately in the bank for each of his daughters. So question ma, it's given that there is a gentleman called Rotin Babu. He has got 2 daughters. ओके एकजनाको 13 years of age अनि अर्को डटरको 8 years प्रेजेन्ट एज चाहिँ अहिले ओके सो वाट इट डज इज द्याट उसले दुईजना डटरको लागि सेपरेटली ब्याङ्कमा मनी डेपोजिट गरिदिएको छ ओके सम प्रिन्सिपल उसको लागि एन्ड उसको लागि एन्ड द्याट ब्याङ्क इज गिभिङ देम द इन्ट्रेस्ट अफ 10% पर एनम एन्ड वान मोर थिङ के भनेको छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जब डटर्सहरू दुवैजना 18 वर्षको पुग्छ त्यति बेला उनीहरूले अमाउन्ट कति पाउँछ अमाउन्ट विथड्र गर्यो भने दे विल गेट 1,20,000 each okay so let's see this daughter one who's of 13 years of age so 13 वर्ष 18 वर्ष after 5 years पुग्छ 18 वर्ष okay after 5 years so यो deposit let's say p principal उसले deposit गरिदिएको छ यहाँ p sum okay अब यसमा 5 वर्षको लागि त इन्ट्रेस्ट लाग्यो and per annum interest will be 10%. So 5 वर्षमा interest will be 50%. So interest will be 50% of what? 50% of principal. जति पैसा सुरुमा उले डिपोजिट गरिदिएको थियो त्यसको आधा चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्ट हुन्छ. So interest will be 50% of P which is half of P. अनि amount will be principal that is the sum deposited plus interest. P plus interest which is half of P यो त हो amount that is 3P by 2 and this amount is equal to 1,20,000 so 3 4 1 2 3 4 zeros and 2 4 8 1 2 3 4 so this is 80,000 rupees so जो daughter D1 13 years of age को छ उसको लागि रोतिन बाबुले he had deposited 80,000 rupees. Now come to another daughter जो चाहिँ 8 वर्षको छ प्रेजेन्टमा अनि 18 वर्ष पुग्नुको लागि कति समय बाद कति वर्ष बाद लाग्छ आफ्टर 10 years you will be 18 years of age अब प्रत्येक वर्ष 10% पर एनमको इन्ट्रेस्ट आउँदैछ भने 10 वर्षमा 10 into 10 that is 100% इन्ट्रेस्ट हुन्छ 100% of principal so if principal P छ भने यसको 100% so that is I will be interest will be P so amount will be पहिला सुरुमा जति पैसा डिपोजिट गर्यो plus interest and interest in this case is P so amount will be double of the principal okay amount is given as 1,20,000 so principal is half of this so this 2 will come over here so this will be by 2 so which is 60,000 so 60,000 is the money which Rotin Babu has deposited for daughter aged 8 years